life is not simple, but I love these challenges, and I also take pride in helping other people make a living. So that is fun. But at the end of the day, dude, work hard in your current job, learn what you can before you take that step. Or as I've heard other entrepreneurs say.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Why you decided to become an entrepreneur? Tell us what's the story.
Dude, it's in the blood. I've had lots of jobs, so I'm not too proud to work. I even had I worked for my on man, I had a ton of jobs, like even right after college. Started working for myself back in 2011, but then I even took a job from 13 to 18 with a really successful jewelry business here in Scottsdale, Arizona. But then I was almost 40 years old. I was 39. I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Like, I can do this on my own. I'm giving up building the wealth in jewelry. So I had to just break away. And I mean, it's hard when you have a paycheck, it's hard to give that up. But the entrepreneurialism is in my blood. And I can't, like, I would encourage anybody, if you think you have that bug, go take action and find something, a need in the market, and see if you can fulfill it.
So, jewelry is a very competitive market, but if you know what you're doing, and I think there is a big reason why there is a lot of companies that do this, because clearly there is demand for it, and the product doesn't get expired. So, tell us what's the good, the bad, and the ugly of the jewelry business.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I have two businesses. One is I stock thousands of pieces of jewelry, and I work with stores across the country, so they need product that I have. The other side is I have to buy jewelry, so I work with extensive dealers and consumers that come to me, stores that sell me. So I'm buying every day, I'm selling every day. So it's kind of like two different businesses. But look, with integrity, serving your customers, explaining, hey, this is why I'm paying what I'm paying. On the selling side, been doing this so long, they know what I'm doing, and most people that I sell to, they understand jewelry, so I don't even have to explain. When I do sell to direct to consumer, then yes, I'm having to explain more. Hey, this is why it's this price. Look, the more desirable, the more rare it is, the more value it's going to be. If it's not so pretty, but then you're just selling it by the metals and gemstone value. So there's kind of that mix of value versus super cool and crazy rare, and I sell everything in between. Kind of the challenging part is once I buy something, that person has the money. If I miss identified it, like, I'm out the money. So there's definitely a lot of risk involved in what I do. Or if I buy a bunch of gold and I test it and I think it's gold, but it turns out not to be, I can't go get my money back. So those are kind of the ugly
You
sides.
need
And
to know
look,
what you're doing, right?
yeah. And look, I won't lie, like, I've lost money. And even still, I mean, I've bought big estates where,
Even that you have a lot of experience,
oh
right?
you get fast. I mean, even in the last couple of years, I was buying an estate, and one of the rings, I'm looking at the appraisal, like a written thing, and I'm looking at the ring, and it says it was like a 2 carat diamond. So I bought it. Well, when I didn't really even loop it, I looped it. It was a cubic zirconia. So the appraisal was a natural diamond. It had been taken out, and so instead of me looking at the piece, I looked at the appraisal. So I paid thousands of dollars for a piece that was worth nothing. So look, I make mistakes all the time. I got to slow down.
The nature of business, right?
Exactly. But on the flip, so a lot of times we just want to talk on all the stuff we made a lot of money on. And don't get me wrong, I'm in this to make money, but I'm passionate, and the people that want to work with me can just see that I really do care. I'm passionate about jewelry and gemology, and just helping people make a right decision, whether it's on the buy side or the sell side. Just educating them and helping them make the right decision.
Right, but then if you store that and you provide like a wholesaler to the retail, then you have a lot of capital block until you serve to your retail client. So there are challenges also in cash flow, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I always feel poor
Because
every
it's
day.
expensive. It's expensive, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's every day I feel like I'm spending more than that's coming in. Now, again, I'm buying assets, I'm doing it, so it's a challenge I have every day. In fact, I got to figure out how to come up with it. After this podcast, I have to go figure out how to come up with a bunch of money that I'm going to spend today because I have a big buy coming. So I that's kind
Oh
of the story
wow,
of my life.
you gotta buy more wholesale. Well, the good news is you don't need a big warehouse, right?
Jewelry's small. I mean, yeah, that's what's
Doesn't
cool about jewelry.
expire.
In fact, I always laugh like when people say, "Oh, you've had that for years. You don't want to own that." I'm like, "Hey, no, what do you mean? Next year I'm going to raise the price." So, if the longer you own it, maybe the price goes up with metal value or something. So, um, yeah, that's why I love jewelry. I mean, at the end of the day, too, it's artwork that you can wear. So, a lot of these higher end fancy pieces, nobody actually wears. So, some would say, well, that's ridiculous. Well, think of artwork on your wall. I mean, you're not wearing it, but every time you walk by it, maybe it puts a smile on your heart or your face, and you're like, ah, that's beautiful. You appreciate it. Same thing when you open up a jewelry case and you see
People
beautiful, like,
use
oh,
it to storage wealth, right?
well, yeah,
And
quick store
storage
wealth,
wealth.
but correct. Yeah, but it puts a smile on your heart. There's pieces I have that I've owned a long time, but they're like beautiful or a name brand piece. And I want to every time my joke is people say, "Oh, don't you want to sell that?" And I'm like, one, I'm going to raise the price, or two, like, no, if I own that the rest of my life, every day I take it out of the safe, I just get a smile. It's beautiful. There's other things that I can't wait to ditch, and I'll give you the best price and let's go. But yeah, jewelry is this weird thing. Yeah, people are holding wealth, and yeah, I do know women that they're literally trying to spend majority of their wealth turning it into jewelry. I know there's Middle Eastern princes and stuff that have rooms full of rare, crazy gemstones, and so there's so much out there that just no one talks about. It's not audited. It's a crazy the amount of wealth in jewelry.
So mitigating the risk is about trying have a little bit of everything, right? Just in case. Or
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you mitigate your risk.
Totally. Yeah. No, look, you mitigate the risk. We have insurance. I happen to be a gun dealer, so I feel like that sets us a little bit safer. But yeah, there's a lot of risk. But look, I enjoy it. It's fun. And, I make it when I go out and buy too, they're educated risks. But yeah, and not just jewelry, real estate's coming, cars are coming, paintings come. So it's crazy the amount of stuff. I get like big silver flatware, you name it. If there's value, if I can make $1 from it, I'm going to try and make an offer.
And then distribute it to retailers, right? All over US, all over the world. How you distribute your product.
Yeah, majority US, but I do trade shows. In fact, there's one coming up in Vegas that I do every year that gets a lot of Europeans and from around the world. There used to be, and then I do one in Tucson called GJX, which is back in February. This year was the first year we didn't get, usually a lot of Chinese and a lot of other like South Americans and even Europeans, but a lot didn't show up. I don't know if it was the tariff issue, but yeah. So I have been selling around the country. There is a great show or a couple shows in Hong Kong that I've been toying doing, but I'm just not sure. Just I've got little kids and the traveling. It sounds awesome. Plus, doing trade shows, one week costs you 20 plus $1,000. So you really got to make it profitable to make it, worth your time.
So you transition from employee to being on charge of your own boat. People think that oh wow, that's amazing. I wish that I have this courage to do it, right? People think that you can fill your own calendar, that you're your own boss. But tell us a little bit about that transition between employee and being your own boss, because it's different. When you are an employee, you even can tell the people, look, this is not my job. When you are an entrepreneur, everything is your job. So
That
tell
is
us
true.
about this transition. What message do you have for people that is inspired by your story and they want to become an entrepreneur? Is it really for everybody, or you need to have a special type of character? Saying that, we're checking in the statistic at 86% of the entrepreneurs they make less than $100,000 a year, so maybe it's better for them to have a job. So we only have 14% of those ones that can exceed the capital, but also you can have a great lifestyle business. You can have you don't need to make millions and millions and millions, but if you can fill your own calendar, do what you love, and provide decent uh, income for your family, that would be good. So what message do you have for people that they are on the edge? They are saying like when you were 40 years old, that they say, well, you know what, I'm not happy. I want to change direction, but they're in the edge and they never take the decision. What message do you have for them?
Yeah. Well, I'll start with what I tell my employees, man, I'm the janitor. So I clean the toilet at my building, a lot of the times, especially in the beginning. But then I digress back. The advice I would give employees now, look, be the best employee you can be to start. Okay. Show up. All you got to do is show up 5 minutes early and leave 5 minutes late. That's not a big thing. But that right there, get your job. And most jobs, like again, there are a few jobs where you really are worked to death and you can't do anymore. And those type of people, they just don't have time to even think of a side gig. But a lot of jobs have to, like, they get their work done in 3 hours a day. So if you show up 5 minutes early, leave 5 minutes late, get your job done, do really good, then go to other areas in the business and say, hey, how can I help you? I finished my work. Like literally by asking the owners, the managers, they're going to see you. Now, you may get a manager that doesn't want you to come up, but look, one, do the right thing, live with integrity. The truth will set you free. I do believe that. But by doing that, think of when you're an employee, you're getting paid to learn somebody else's business. So go to every area, learn, if you're in sales, learn the accounting, learn the fulfillment, go talk to HR. You literally learn how a business runs while you're getting paid. So that's something that I really advise any person. You can learn a business while you're getting paid. Number two would say, hey, look, don't quit your job till you have some income. So, like I said, number one, I'm going to get my notes here, but number one on the list was the research or craft. Look, if you spend, 20 hours a week for 90 days, whatever that works out to be, 3, 4 hours a day for 90 days, you can become an expert in any field. So if you can get paid to learn someone else's business, which is your current job, then you research a craft, become an expert in an area, then you research, is there demand? How do I make money if there is? Work smart, not hard, and schedule your priorities. Like, it's going to flow together, and you're going to adjust your product service on how I can make money and work smart. So, I mean, I'm making it sound really simple. I have failed at things. Look, I still try new things. I've got a couple startups going now that every day is a challenge, and I feel like we're pivoting depending on, hey, can I make money here? Like, we go down a road, we spend a bunch of time and realize we can't make money. So I'm making it sound simple. Life is not simple, but I love these challenges, and I also take pride in helping other people make a living. So that is fun. But at the end of the day, dude, work hard in your current job, learn what you can before you take that step. Or as I've heard other entrepreneurs say, hey, don't step off the dock onto the boat till the boat is right there. If you're trying to jump to the boat from the dock, you're likely going to fall in the water. So wait till that boat is real close, or you're making money.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.